so we're in B minor, and just play through it slowly once, and then we can look at it in more detail. So. Okay, so that descending part is, I'll show it, but it's just a way to end it. So you can just repeat this first one. For as long as you like, or until someone stops you. Okay, so the first one is based on this arpeggio. It's B minor, if I haven't already said that. So we got F sharp on which is the 5th. So we start here on the 14th fret of the high E string. 14, 10, 12, 11, 12, 14, 9. So that's the first shape. And the picking will be up, pull off, up, 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 down, hammer on, down, 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 down. And the important thing here is that you use rest strokes. So if I do the first upstroke here, I'm physically resting the pick below the B string. So I'm just waiting to play. I play the pull off, and then I'm already here with the pick. So there's no way I can miss the string, and I don't waste any motion. And you get away from this common problem that a lot of guitarists have when they start with sweep picking. Probably because they don't really understand the technique. And the idea is to view it as one big pick stroke in however many strings you play with the same stroke. So view that as one pick stroke instead of several separate ones. Okay, so and a good way to achieve this when practicing slowly is of course using this rest stroke technique, which sounds kind of fancy pants, but it just means that you rest the string, you rest the pick on the string while you wait to play the next note. So we have the same thing here. So whenever I go down here, I fall to the next string. So I play the D string and fall directly to the A string. And here, where the picking turns around, so we go up, down, I'm resting on the D string, and then during the hammer on, and then I'm right here with the pick. Same thing, just resting on the top of the string instead. Okay, so the actual pattern here then will be like this. And then we repeat the top 3 strings. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And the picking for that is up, pull off, up, down, down, down. And the reason why you don't go like this, 2 upstrokes, my theory anyway is that it's harder to, I mean, if you practice this and you go back with it down, you play it up, pull up, up, down instead, you can probably get that up to speed as well, but I find it more logical to do it this way, because you play up, pull up, down, so this is an easier motion, because I feel if you play 2 upstrokes in a row and then need to go back down, you're sort of already on your way in this direction. So you have to, it takes more energy to restart on the downstroke, and you have to skip the string and all that stuff. But in this case, you're coming from an upstroke, then a pull off. So really, even though this is technically a sweep, we have a note in between, so it's more like you just play up down like alternate picking, and then you have the sweep on the way up instead, where you go down, 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 and then up again. So that's why I feel it's more logical to use this picking pattern for 3-string arpeggios. I actually got this question, so that's why I'm going super deep on this subject right now. Okay, so moving on. After that, we just move up here to this pattern, where we have space on that regular minor bar chord with the root on the A string. So we go 19, 14, 15, 16, 16, 17, 14. Picking is the same. Upstroke, pull off, up, 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 down, hammer on, down, 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 up, pull off, up, up in this case. And then you might ask, but why? And that's because we're moving directly to the next pattern. So we go up, pull off, up, down. And this is sort of the hard part of the whole thing, in my mind anyway. So we don't complete this one, we just go. So we sort of interrupt the pattern and it gets sort of a staggered effect when you play it repeatedly. Okay, so that's the only difference. We basically remove these two notes. So we go up, pull off, up, down. And then when you start this repeat again, we have a downstroke. So that might feel weird as well because you don't have that up and resting feel, but it's, you know, it's something you'll get over with a bit of practice. So because once you manage to play this note, you're back on track again. So you can repeat this as many times as you like. Of course, at a much slower pace than I showed you. I would never practice at that pace. I would rather sit like and focus on perfect technique instead of trying to impress myself. It's more, I mean, it's fun to play it fast, but you have to sort of earn it by doing a lot of slow repetitions. Okay, so after that, as an ending, if you don't repeat this, so the way I ended after 2 repetitions in the demo, I go like this. So we have a up, pull off, up, down, pull off, up. And then we keep going down the B minor arpeggio. Picking is the same, and also the layout of the pattern is the same. So we got downstroke, pull off, and then up. Downstroke, pull off, up. So just the notes are changing. So we're changing to different inversions of this arpeggio. So, and from here we start on the B string, F sharp on the G string, D on the D string, and then we end on B. So that's basically the whole thing. So give that a shot, and if you like this stuff, you might want to check out my subscription library over at, well, you have the link below, so you can go right there, or check out my Instagram. And yeah, that's basically it. And if you have any suggestions or comments or anything, just shoot me an email, leave a comment here, and of course it helps out a lot if you like this video, if you truly like it, and also subscribe to my channel. Okay, so see you in the next video. Bye bye.